All right, now we're going to go over previous and present structure points because this is very important for you to comprehend these two different things for you to grasp the totality of the strategy that I have here. So we've already identified what a peak is. You see all the peaks. We've identified what the higher highs are. We've identified what the higher lows are. We've identified what the lower lows are and the lower highs are. For this specific model, I am only needing you to know the difference between the breaks of structure that happen in previous data and present data. So whenever we figure out that we have established what the highest high is, which would be this point right here, this one was higher than that one. It broke higher and closed above where this one closed. So we've identified now that this is the reigning champion of the world. This is the reigning champion of the peaks, right? So that reigning champion, now I divide in half, right down the center of the two candles. And everything that happens behind the bullish candle, if this is a bullish peak that we're looking at, then everything behind the bullish candle is previous data. Everything in front of the bullish candle, so on the side of the bearish candle, is present data. I need you to just focus on that right there. If it is the opposite, so say that we have established that this is a peak low, and we need to split that in half. This right here would be present or previous data, and everything happening on the bullish side would be present data. Just focus on those two things when it comes to this. Let me get out of this. All right, so now let's look at a break of structure that happened here. And let's figure out what's going on, right? So we have a break of structure. We are in a bullish channel. Price has identified itself as being the champion here. This is the peak that won. None of these peaks won. They all got broke, right? So now that this peak won, it decides that it wants to take over and drop. We're going to drop from here, right? Well, if you look, we had a break of structure here, and we had a break of structure here, and we had a break of structure here. All of those structure points happen after a peak low. So they would be present data structure points because it would be presently happening, right? And you had a structure point that was formed right there, and another one that was formed right there, and another one that was formed right there. But now you see something different happening. Now you see that we have established a high, and there is a new structure point that formed right here. Okay, so now everything behind that point is now previous data. That means this structure point and this, all these higher lows right here are now price structure points, supplies or demands that need to be broken. They need to be touched, retouched, broken. One of those things has to happen, right? So in this equation, this example, we have price in previous data going down right now, okay? So going down, it has broken its first structure right here. And it wouldn't have broken until this candle closed. And when this candle closed, guess what it did? It broke the second structure. So we have two structure breaks in previous time. We want to see structure breaks in present time when price pulls back and then goes down. It won't break this point at all. It's only going to pull back into probably this area and then go down, right? So what we have here is yet another break in this area. and we have another break here. So all of these previous structures were just taken out with price going down like that. So we'll get further into this going further into the course and going on to the live calls and talking about this the way that we do, but just pay attention to what the main point of this was and pay attention to how these structure points look. And this right here, this is the kicker. Let me change the color so we can focus and find a color that we can see. I hope this one will work. All right. So this right here is the focus. Because if you look, we have a structure point here and a structure point here. It's no longer just leaving this pattern that's going like this as it goes up. Now it's starting to leave patterns that are looking this way. This is what we're going to be looking for going down. Okay. So anyway, remember that your previous data is behind the peak and your present data is in front of the peak. So whatever happens after the peak is formed, this peak was formed here, present data started to form after that. This peak was formed there, present data started to form after that. All right, see you in the next video.